near and far. I'm going to Paris to top this wall. All those guys got to listen to me because I am a judge and you can bring the seat. I want to be round table when I get there. I won't sit down to one of the square. I want to lay down the law. And if I budge, I'll put some in because I am the judge. Well, we are the judge, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that little piece. He deserves it tonight. Last night we had the dance with Dominguez. Tonight we're going, here comes the judge. Unbelievable game, everyone. The edge of our seats all night long. And we have right off the bat, we have a guest with us, one of our guest hosts. And I'm going to bring him in right now, who just called a great game on the strike zone. And NFV, how are you? How you doing tonight?
Hey Joe, what's going on? Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. What a win by the Yankees. They complete a sweep. It was a much needed sweep. I mean, I'm glad they won the series, but a sweep even made it better. They needed it, especially suffering back-to-back series losses to the Tigers and Giants. I think this was a nice bounce back. And, now let's see what happens. They're going to go travel to Tampa starting tomorrow. They have a 4-game set in Tampa Bay, but they're playing in familiar territory at George M. Steinbrenner Field. So that's the good news.
Well, at least it's not in the Trop. So we stand a decent chance. You don't have to, worry about the bounces and this and that and hitting the top of the roof and doing this and doing that. Maybe we can play an honest game and actually win the series. I really think. We got a low bite from Ken. He just gave a shout out to you, NFE, and to myself. How you doing, Ken? Ken, if you want to jump on, you're more than welcome. The more the merrier, and all the originals we want here on Yankee Mania. So just to talk about a little bit about the game. What did you think about the performance of Clarke Schmidt?
Kind of what I expected from him. At least I'll take that first start from him. He walked 2, struck out 2, gave up a few runs, but I have no complaints about the performance. He didn't lose his composure at all. He still kept the team in the game. So, as far as the season debut goes, I felt as though he did fine. Let's just hope that next outing is a better one for him. But this outing, I feel like it's an acceptable performance. But he looked good out there today, So it was a good start. Like I said, it's not like the game was completely out of reach. He kept the team in the game, in his entire outing. So, credit to him. Good first outing for him. So no complaints about Clarke Schmidt.
This goes to show you that spring training you could throw out the window because, Cruz couldn't get. His ERA was about 15.5, and now he's all right. He did say that he was working on a few things, but his pitches are wicked. They really are wicked. Wow.
Yeah. He has a nasty splitter.
Yeah. Oh, no question about it. What did you think of Volpe came up finally in the clutch? He needed that. He really needed something like that, and Chaz needed something. They got to start hitting in the clutch. It can't just be Judge, and of course my boy Paul G, who a great play at first. And I hope the Dodgers were watching. This is the taste you're going to get in October, my friends. Get ready. We're not going to botch the ball this time, so you better be ready for us. We're coming after you. Sorry about that. I just had to get it.
Yeah, no, you're good. That was a good hit by Volpe when he got the 2 RBIs during that game. That was a very nice hit. It was a timely hit and coming through in the clutch. That's exactly what he needed to do. That's the Anthony Volpe that I want to see. I don't really care for the Anthony Volpe that's just trying to constantly hit for the stars. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't. We don't need that Anthony Volpe. This is the Anthony Volpe that I am looking for. Um, Timely hitting, getting on base, and hopefully creating havocs on the bases, stealing the bags. So that's what I want to see from Anthony Volpe.
Well, and another one that's falling under the radar. How about Mark Leiter Jr.? Thankfully, we held on to him, and he's
Hmm.
finally settled in, and it looks like his ball is it just takes off. From not having any strikeouts in the bullpen last year, what people were complaining about. I mean, you cannot say enough how this bullpen is performing at this point. You just can't.
Yeah, and the bullpen, as I keep saying, the bullpen is incomplete. But with an incomplete bullpen, the guys are still going out there. They're making it happen. I know there's a lot of criticism about Mark Leiter Jr., but I think a lot of fans tend to forget that when he was traded for, he was overused by the Cubs. So by the time he got to the Cubs, he was a little worn out. Also, his wife was pregnant with their baby, so that adds to the stress too. So I mean, that's never easy to carry that weight, right? So, um, you know, but eventually he did settle in. We did see him in the postseason. He looked excellent. So we hope that it carried over into 2025. And he looked great in his outing today. I mean, I think Mark Leiter Jr. I think he's going to he'll be a good help. I think I'd say he's a good pitcher. Um, I think he'll be valuable in that bullpen. He's been getting the job done lately. So again, I don't have I have no issues with this bullpen whatsoever. And once again, it's an incomplete bullpen, so they don't even have all their reinforcements back.
Oh, definitely. What are your thoughts on with Chisholm at second base, the slow start? He's swinging for the rafters. It seems like. I mean, those 6 home runs. I don't know if that was a blessing or I don't know. A lot of people are very disappointed right now in Chas Chisholm. But then when I turn around and I say, do you want Chisholm or do you want Gleyber Torres? Oh, I'll take Chisholm. I'll take Chisholm. But he's
Yeah,
got to be more selective.
yeah. I'm not really. His batting average right now. I mean, he's sitting at 176. That batting average absolutely needs to improve. Um, I think he can improve, but yeah, a lot of times he's just trying to swing for the fences. But the thing I will say about Jazz is that I am so happy he is the second baseman. I will take his defense every day of the week. And this is a question that I always ask folks. Would you rather have Glaber's offense or would you rather have Jazz's defense? Remember, the defense last season, atrocious. Atrocious. It was bad. The Yankees defense was so bad, particularly with the infield. It was bad. So Jazz playing in his natural position. I'm loving that infield right now. That infield is looking a lot better, and the defense has done a tremendous job, and I feel like it's contributed a lot to their wins. But his bat though does need to improve. The bat needs to come around. I do not think the 176 batting average is acceptable. He absolutely needs to improve. So stop again, just like Volpe, stop trying to constantly swing for the fences. And I do want to add this: there is one more bat that does need to improve, and that is Austin Wells. I
Yes.
am looking at Austin Wells. He does a great job behind the plate. I love what he's doing behind the plate. He looks more confident behind the plate. He threw the runner out today at second base, which was a great out that he had there, a great throw that he had. He threw out Garcia, but Austin Wells is the other guy that I am looking at right now. So I mean, the three guys, Volpe, Jazz, and Wells, those are the three guys that absolutely they got to keep stepping it up when it comes to the bats.
I envision in Tampa at George M. Steinbrenner Field. I think Bellinger's going to have one heck of a weekend. I really do, and I agree with you with Wells. I think he's going to. These all of these guys hit home runs in spring training, and they
Mm-hmm.
hit bombs. And hopefully, I agree with you. I totally agree.
And God knows where Judge could put the ball in that ballpark. So again, health is the main thing that the Yankees need. But in the upcoming in the series coming up, what are your thoughts, and what are you going to look for? I think now we can go toe to toe with them. I mean, not to say that we weren't great teams before, but this is, as I said from March, and the first time that I came on the air, I really believe there's a different feel to this Yankee team, just a different feel. And I'm not taking anything away from what they did last year and the two-headed monsters and all of that, but there's just something that's different from last year. I don't know if you feel it. I definitely feel it. Some Yankee fans out there, I know, feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I just think that the team chemistry is just a lot better. I just feel like guys are getting along a lot better. I think the guys are having a little bit more fun, and you have some more veteran presence, right? You have Paul Goldschmidt, you have Cody Bellinger, and you got Aaron Judge. I think having a guy like Goldschmidt, he could be he's another leader in the clubhouse and can be a motivator for the players, especially for the guys in the infield. And I'm sure he's probably a voice for Ben Rice. I'm sure he's a big voice for Ben Rice. Also, you have Cody Bellinger, who's been in the league for a long time. And I feel like the chemistry between him and Judge is going really well, especially in that outfield. I mean, you can't ask for a better outfield defense. And a guy like Bellinger, I mean, he was an immediate upgrade when you talk defensively, right? I know, I'm not trying to go down the Juan Soto rabbit hole here, but, there was always these questions about how is the production going to be replaced. But I feel like the Yankees bats are doing just fine. They've been getting some timely hits. They've been getting timely runs. Even with Aaron Judge, who wasn't hitting a home run in the last 10, his last home run prior to tonight was on April 4th.
Correct.
So even though he wasn't getting his home runs, he was getting good hits. He was still hitting. He was getting extra base hits, batting. He was still looking good. But the overall, just the team, the vibe with this team right now, I just think the chemistry is so much better. I think these guys are getting along a lot better. There's better hustle. They keep trying. They're not giving up. They just keep plugging away. So that's what I'm seeing with this 2025 New York Yankees team.
Yeah, and so do I. I feel very, very comfortable with everything that they're doing, and there's just a calmness about the team. Okay, that happened. Pat him in the back and let's go get him. And It's just a different feel. They're not pressing, and that's a key. Obviously there's going to be times that yes, you are going to press and all. Well, I have a friend of yours here, Mr. Strike Zone, to come on.
Mm-hmm.
Ken from Ugly Truth. So before you leave us, if you could give us a few more minutes, and
I got a few minutes.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I got a few more minutes.
Hey, Ken, how you doing over there, the Ugly Truth? Let's go Yankees.
Yep. Good looking game. I was paying more attention to the game tonight than I was to freaking bowling.
Oh no!
Did you win at least, Ken, in the bowling?
No, shit, no. We got killed. But you know what? The Yankees won, so I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I was highly agitated at the Dominguez play. I was like, why is he not sliding? And then he's out. I'm like, oh my God.
Did they actually have the game on on the screen in the bowling alley, or you had it on your phone, or what?
No, it was on my cell phone and I had earbuds in. So people were looking at me like I was freaking nuts when I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. No, well, I used to do that every time I bowl. I always had, because I couldn't keep going back to the bar area and keep watching the game. So, but yeah, no. Well, sorry you didn't bowl that great, but there's always next. That's the beauty of bowling. There's 36 weeks in the winter time. So in the winter, so you do have some time.
our team as a whole didn't really bowl well, so it's not we didn't get our asses kicked because of me. We got kicked because we all bowl like crap. So
Oh, jeez.
I knew
Well,
it was going to be
you lose some, man.
I knew it was going to be a bad night when I threw 3 straight splits in the first game. I was like, yeah, this is going to suck.
Yeah, you did mention that in the daytime. You said you got to stop throwing splits.
Yeah.
So it looks like
you know, Clark Schmidt looked better than I thought he was going to look. My prediction is he was going to go 4 1/3. He's going to give up a couple of runs. He gave up one more than I thought. I thought that he would have 5 strikeouts, but he only ended up topping with 2. Couple of walks. Same thing that I saw from last year. He just doesn't have a finishing pitch to strike the guys out, and his pitch count. He could have actually completed the third if he didn't have so many people fouling the damn ball off.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. But
that's a comment that I made earlier. That was what was going to drive his pitch count up, is people constantly fouling his stuff off.
But he actually had a good pitch count. In the beginning, like in the third, fourth, he had a great pitch count. But
there was other Yankee fans in the alley, and in the first inning, they were starting to lose their shit when he had given up. I was like, Jesus, this is his freaking first start of the season for us at the major league level.
Yeah.
Calm down. Not do the woosah. It's not time to start freaking out. I says, if he gives up 3-4 runs, it's all right. We just want to see him get a little bit of stretch on his pitch count and get him in there. I told him I didn't think that he was going to be truly effective until the third game that he was up, that he pitched in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he went 5 2/3 with 73 pitches. I mean, I'd say that's a pretty good outing.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't think that he was going to make 4 1/3 himself, or personally. Yeah. So,
I predicted 4
1/3. Well, that's what I did too. On your show, I did 4 1/3 and gave you my counts. But like I says, I'm quite happy with the way that he pitched.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm just sorry for one thing. I'm sorry that I'm getting ready for the cast here, and I missed NFE's Aaron Judge home run call. So how about a little preview, take a little rewind.
I can't do it now. It's gotta.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I could tell you. I could try and go to the live stream and tell you what minute to go to, and you can watch it. So.
Well, you know what to do is take a clip out of it and post it as a solo video, just the call itself.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some good ones. Everybody. I mean, we're all. That's the beauty of this. Everybody has their own creation. Everybody, little by little, does their own thing, and that's why we're one big family, and it's awesome, and everybody helps each other, and it's just a great thing. It really is. So,
the two things for NFE when he's calling play-by-plays, because I did it all last year with him, is he gets extremely excited when home runs get hit, and he gets extremely excited when strikeouts happen. Yes. We didn't have a strikeout team last year, so he didn't have a lot to do his strikeout pose. But this year we seem to have a lot of strikeout pitchers, so he's able to do the happy dance even more so.
There's no poses this time around. There's no poses or happy dances this time around.
Can you imagine if NFE was around for Ron Guidry back in 1977? 78. Oh my God, he wouldn't have a voice left for the next day.
25-3, 1.78 ERA, Cy Young winner, left-handed pitcher, my personal hero as a pitcher. I tried to tailor my pitching style after Gator.
And George didn't trade him. He did not trade him. What a miracle. He almost did. Could you imagine Mariano Rivera being traded for Felix Fermin? That would look at the face of the strike zone. Oh my God! Yeah, it was very close. G. Michael went to George, and he told him, he says, if you make that trade, I quit. I'm out, and I'm taking all the guys with me. You can start a whole new team.
Well, George tried to trade Posada for Pudge. He tried to trade Derek. I can't remember who the hell he was trading Derek to, but Derek was going to be out of there. Mariano was going to be out of there. He was trading a good chunk of our core.
Oh, without a
Yeah,
doubt. I mean,
so much for Brian Cashman being a bad GM, huh, Ken?
Yeah, no doubt.
You got to count everybody here. You got to count their lucky stars that they didn't go through that. But believe me, I did, and there were trades that really scratched your head. Then there was Digger Phelps. Ken Phelps came for a young starting pitcher. Was that Doug Drabeck, if I remember correctly? Dave Drape, and he became a very good pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, there was some doozies. Oh my God.
And the Astros. He did a bang up job as an Astro also.
Yes, yeah. And if you didn't do well in your first two starts, like with Leiter, they traded Leiter for Jesse Barfield back in oh my God, like 80, whatever it was, 89. So some of these things, believe me, NFE, if you would have been there, I think you would have become a Met fan.
You might have less hair.
No, I didn't say that, guys. I didn't say that.
You might have less hair.
Did not say. One quick thing. Did anybody get to check out the Met game today? Do you guys have it on a stream or anything?
I didn't check the game out, but I know the Twins walked it off in the 10th inning. They won 4-3.
The number one guy on SNY that all he was doing all winter is Soto's coming, and now he's on his radio show in New York City on WFAN, and he's can you please start playing like you did with the Yankees and stop talking about this and stop talking about that?
That's crap. He's playing like he did with the Yankees. When he started the season out, he wasn't banging home runs. When him and Judge started the hit parade, his stats are damn near a mirror of what he did in the Bronx. He's a great player, and he's got a better cast in Yankee Stadium than he has in at Citi Field. And honestly, one of the guys that's hitting ahead of him, Francisco Lindor. Lindor historically starts slow and then catches on fire. Well, when you got Lindor not really doing anything ahead of you, Pete Alonso's having a career freaking season.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is like dissing Pete Alonso, because I mean he's hitting like forget about it. The world's on fire. So he's dissing it really his own man. If he's saying that, the media, they're overblowing everything. But hey, listen, it's a good thing that the Mets were on the road. Can you imagine if they were in Citi Field?
Met fans are freaking fickle. They're almost as bad as Yankee fans, but expectations ridiculous. I mean, if you hit 3 out of 10 at bats, you're a freaking Hall of Famer. And Soto is well on that path. He's a great hitter. I'm not going to give him any props about being an outfielder because he freaking sucks. But when they talk about generational players, I get pissed when I hear Soto without the mention of Judge, because Judge is the all-around package. There's not a hitter in the league that's better than him. And he hasn't won a Gold Glove in right field, although he damn sure deserves to. He is a plus defender. And you see people on the bases, if Judge has the ball, they ain't trying to run because they know bad stuff is fixing to happen. So to me, Judge would be a generational player.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, in all fairness, yes, they both are. But, the people are going to, which I'm very surprised that a lot of people didn't, I guess because Judge is Judge, but he would have got hammered by Met fans over the winter. Oh, look at him in the World Series. He does nothing and he drops a crucial ball in center field. But you couldn't do that to him. You have to give him a little honor and grace.
Without Judge in the playoff series before then, we don't make it. we don't make it to the series. Without Soto, we don't make it to the series. Those two guys with the Big G were freaking phenomenal. They got key hits when we needed the hits. Situationals were great with those guys. He didn't have a good World Series. Well, guess what? Ohtani didn't have a good World Series either. And that was supposed to be the MVP matchup. And both of them weren't anything to write home about.
No, you're 100% right. For NFE, listen, I know you've been on the air for a long time since. I think we say this every night since like about 5 o'clock Eastern time. So I know that you're a little bit spent, and you do have some things you have to take care of. But I did want to mention, are you doing a live stream again tomorrow? And if you are, please say it, plug it, and go ahead.
So 50-50 chance for tomorrow for both the pregame and the play-by-play, but do check YouTube in case I do go live. So there will be a little notification on YouTube. So do check it out. If I don't, Friday I should be back for sure to do a play-by-play. I know I'm just going to check the schedule right now for the Yankees because I know they're traveling to Tampa Bay on a 4-game set.
Right.
But Friday I should be good to go. Thursday or tomorrow, we'll see. I got a little bit of a day ahead of me, so I may not be able to go live tomorrow. But if I don't, I should be back for Friday.
Good. Okay. And definitely, obviously, hop on here every time. I know it's a little stressful for you, but believe me, you're well welcomed here. The New York Yankee Mania is just loving you guys, Ken and the Strike Zone and Jason, and real happy. I feel honored to be working with true not only casters but sportscasters, but true Yankee fans. And let me tell you, folks, these people are real. They're not phonies. They will give it to you straight. Not only the good, the bad, the ugly. It doesn't matter, and that's true for the ugly truth. So I just want to let everybody know that we're all here. We're all here to help each other. Let these stations grow. Let everything grow. Subscribe to the Strike Zone, The Ugly Truth, of course, New York Yankee Mania, and it's gonna be wild because some of the things that are coming up, I think, are gonna blow some people's mind. They're gonna be very, very excited with. I don't want to get ahead of myself until things are signed, sealed, and delivered. But I can tell you we are going to have a lot of fun here. So NFE, like I said, I know it's taxing for you. If you want to just say a few words, and then I will let you go.
But I think Ken wants to say something real quick. Go ahead, Ken.
Don't forget about Jason at 161 River Ave also.
Oh, of course, yeah. The stream isn't over yet. We've got the Strike Zone right in front of us. I mean, all right. I'm getting there.
I mean, what do you expect? He's been catching various feeds throughout the day. He had a pregame. He's called the play-by-play.
Oh.
Why should he be tired?
I feel so bad for the 23-year-old. I really do. I'm
23.
Gonna play a song and a dance. I wish I was your age.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not 23, man.
21.
You're going the wrong way, Joe.
Yeah, you're going backwards. I do want to say this though, because I real quick. I do appreciate the support that I get from everybody, from you guys and everybody else that's involved in the Strike Zone community, and want to help out NYY Yankee Mania. Let's help out Ken too, right? Ken's been going live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know he does open panels, so for folks who want to get their voice heard, there's an opportunity for you. Somebody asked me on last night's live stream, like, hey, NFE, we haven't seen you do a rant. I don't go off when the Yankees play bad. I'm not really one to slam my fist on the table and go on a cursing rampage. But I will show my frustration. I will say, hey, I'm disappointed. I'm upset. I don't need to do all that. I don't need to go on a cursing rampage. I don't need to have this. If other folks want to do it, they can do it. That's their business, but that's just not me. It's just like when I'm calling the games. Somebody was like, how can you keep your cool? I'm like, honestly, I'm a fan. I'm just broadcasting. How come Michael Kay doesn't lose his cool? He's Michael Kay he's been calling Yankees games a long time. When the Yankees are losing, he's not getting angry, and he's got to maintain himself. So, for me, it's like, I'm just watching a bunch of millionaires play the game. I'm a fan of the team. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not really one to go on these big rants. I'll express my frustration, though, no doubt about it. But I just kind of go about things a different way, and I just feel like it's just better. It's just a better look for me personally.
Well, we're gonna have. I'm sorry.
My other note is for all you Goldie haters that are out there that said, "Oh, he's garbage. He's an old man. He can't play." You're seeing that man play. Fantastic defensive play, solid at bats tonight.
Yeah.
Part of the hit parade. Dude is hitting well into 300s. Judge is in 400 territory now. So
yeah.
And these guys are here.
But what?
I was gonna say real quick. I was gonna say Goldschmidt. I kept some folks were like crapping on that signing during the offseason. But I'm like, guys, this guy is an immediate upgrade over Rizzo. Yankees haven't had a solid first baseman in a long time. I was like, who would you look at who we had. Rizzo, LeMahieu, Ben Rice at the time. And all three of those guys were not producing last season. So take your pick, people.
You got to forget Oswaldo Cabrera got thrown in that mix, and John Birdie also. So we had 5 people playing first base last season.
Right.
And the productivity was last in the league at first base.
Yeah. So it's an immediate upgrade with Goldschmidt, and he's here for 1 year, and then let's just enjoy him. And he's playing well. The defense has been spectacular so far for him. I mean, we knew that defense was at first base was going to be great. This is a 37-year-old Paul Goldschmidt who's still playing at a very elite level. I would say elite level. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
He played last year, his age 36 season. He played 155 games. Was not on the IL. The guy is a true professional, and he's a professional hitter. He started out slow for the first half of the season last year, the first time it's ever happened in his career. And what you're seeing now is more prototypical Paul Goldschmidt, the way he's been his entire career.
Yeah.
And for me, when we signed him, I sort of wish we would have signed him for 2 because I know the type of player he is. And having watched the Diamondbacks for a number of years with my son, I seen him coming up from AA ball all the way until, in my personal opinion, he should have had 2 MVPs while he was in Arizona. But it's a small market franchise, and he didn't get the publicity there, but he finally was able to pull an MVP out in St. Louis. And bet your bottom dollar, Goldschmidt, when it's all said and done, he's going to end up in the Hall.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, but by the way, we're going to stop the presses. We have breaking news here. Get ready for this, guys. Everybody ready? The Colorado Rockies are leading the Dodgers 1-0 in the top of the first. Can you believe it? Oh my God, what is the world coming to?
That'll change real quick. Don't worry.
That's hometown sports.
I don't know how long it's going to last, but they are up 1-0, and we'll go over the scores in a couple of minutes. But Strike Zone, thank you so much. We'll see you hopefully soon, and definitely for the weekend wrap up. And looking forward for all of us to be on all at once, and that would be a really cool show. Looking forward to it.
All right, gentlemen.
And love to your family and everyone and friends, okay?
All right, gentlemen. You all have a good night. Great chatting with all of you. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Ken, always a pleasure.
Yes, sir,
And
brother.
Joe, always a pleasure. So you all have a good night and enjoy the show. See y'all
Good
later.
night. Thanks for coming on, big guy.
See
Good
y'all
night.
later.
So Ken, how about we go through? Let's go through some scores. Bottom of the ninth inning, the Oakland A's lead the Chicago White Sox 3-1. The top of the eighth, the Angels, Texas Rangers are leading the Angels 3-1. As I said, the Rockies 1-0, now going bottom one. Finals, the Atlanta Braves lost to the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1. In 10 innings, the Minnesota Twins beat the New York Mets 4-3. The Milwaukee Brewers defeated the Detroit Tigers 5-1. St. Louis Cardinals defeated the Houston Astros 4-1. The Padres stay hot, incredible, 4-2 over the Cubs. The Orioles warming up a little bit. They feasted on Cleveland Guardian pitching 9-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates won 6-1. The Cincinnati Reds and the Mariners. The Mariners won 5-3. The Diamondbacks 6-2 over the Marlins. The Giants 11-4 over the Phillies. That's good for Met fans. The Boston Red Sox won. The Tampa Bay Rays nothing. And of course, we had the New York Yankees winning 4-3. Anything surprising you so far around the league, Ken, as far as teams winning, losing? Is there what's your thoughts so far in this short version of the season?
Angels playing very well. Not anticipated they would be sitting where they were at. NL West I knew was going to be strong. Just didn't think they were going to be as strong as they were. And if you'd have told me 16 games into the season that the Dodgers are in third place in their own division, I'd be amazed.
Oh, no question about it. I just, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm surprised at how poorly the Braves have been playing. They've gotten off to a very bad start to the season, and I know that Spencer Strider is supposed to be making his first start
Tomorrow, right?
coming tomorrow, and he had the exact same surgery that Garrett Cole had with the plate, and he's coming back at 13 months. So that, to me, tends to lead more favorably towards an earlier return for Cole than the standard 18.
Well, we hope so. Totally. I mean, let's hope everything keeps going in a positive direction. Jonathan, shout out to Jonathan Warren, saying Warren is pitching tomorrow to start the series against Tampa. Just quickly, while we have the stats up, Paul G had one hit tonight. Bellinger had a hit, and of course, the great play to end the ball game. Aaron Judge, three hits, 3 at bats, 2 runs, an RBI. You name it, he does it. Chaz Chisholm, two at bats really. Well, he got hit one time and he walked. 1 run, 1 hit. Anthony Volpe, 4 at bats, a hit, 2 RBIs with that double, and he struck out twice. Austin Wells right now, kind of a disappointment, but he's doing he's doing great behind the plate. He went 0 for 4. Trent Grissom went 0 for 4. Dominguez went 0 for 3. Oswaldo Peraza went 1 for 4. As far as the pitching, of course, the star of the show, actually all 3 pitchers did very well. Clark Smith, 5 2/3, with 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 Ks. Mark Leiter, 1 1 1/3, 2 Ks, and Fernando Cruz, who got the save, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 Ks, and a walk. So that bullpen has been tremendous, and what can you say? I mean, you know, the nice thing is tomorrow we're going to have the monsters ready to go, hopefully needed. You know, and Yarborough, I'm sure, is going to want to do a nice show. If he comes in, he's going to want to do a nice showing against one of his former teammates, his teams. So a lot of positives. Uh, you know, again, just to alert everyone, don't forget tomorrow night the Yankees are on again Amazon Prime. I know it's not Wednesday, but they are scheduled tomorrow for some reason. Maybe that was a rain. I don't know. I don't understand why all of a sudden this was back to back. They never do that. It might have been a commitment with yes. Who knows? You know, maybe they didn't want to go the second shot. Who knows? In the business world, you know, anything goes. So, Jonathan saying, well, you see the breaking news: the Dodgers already tied the game. It's the bottom of the first. What a surprise! Thanks, Jonathan, for the update. Really appreciate it. Everybody, don't forget the like button. I know there's a lot of you watching that are not participating in writing to asking a question and all. Please don't be shy. Come in. I get a lot of likes and a lot of people are viewing, but they don't want to. They're a little shy on the talk, but don't be shy. We're here. Rather we agree or disagree. That's the whole purpose of being on here. We don't bite. And tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Ken is going to invite a lot of his viewers on the Ugly Truth, and you can go on there and just talk about the Yankees, talk about what you want. I believe it's an open forum, right, Ken? That they can not only talk about the Yankees, but anything or just baseball.
It's open. That's why they call it an open panel.
Okay. Then you know what, guys, give him a wrestling question. I'd really like to know how up to date he is with the WWE.
I'll tell you what, my up to dateness with wrestling is when I was getting hammered, getting thrown out of the scope for watching as a sailor with all my buddies for watching wrestling and getting too rowdy in the scope. If I think back to it, the wrestler that I know is Bobo Brazil, who none of you probably know, and his famous coconut.
Yes. Bobo Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ken, I go way back. And as I mentioned, well, first of all, Joe, we were right. Judge Homan, and he was a triple short of the cycle, definitely, without a doubt. But I did want to say something about. I know it's a little off of the Yankee channel here for a minute, but the WWE eventually by SummerSlam, we have WrestleMania this weekend, but by SummerSlam, we are really hoping to bring on a really, really good, a fast-paced WWE show where you, the fans, young and old, young and middle-aged, it doesn't matter. We want to see all the young people come on. I think that would be terrific. See how they like wrestling. Asking their parents to bring them to these big events. What do they follow? Who are their stars? And all of that. So it would be something to look at. We will promote soon as soon as things get going. But it will be a separate show. This one is Yankees, and we do talk. Of course, other baseball, other news and breaking news. Also in the morning, everyone, I have a new little feature that when you get up, if you're not up all night long or whatever, you got to go to sleep early because of work. I am now giving a little recap of a few things that went on during the night. If there was a trade, a signing, or some development news with the Yankees or in baseball in general. So you will catch that in the morning, roughly around 8 a.m. So look for that. And that will also tell you when we would be on for the pregame tomorrow, which probably would be around 5:15 or so. But you'll know all that tomorrow, and then right after that, you go on to Ken's channel and you go to the Ugly Truth and you speak your mind in a nice way, of course. You speak your mind with anything Yankees and what you're looking for. So, Ken, your thoughts on the on with Tampa Bay? Do you feel we have the right pickings now? It's about time that we start turning the tables against Tampa Bay and start showing who's the boss for once.
Jonathan just dropped a post. Freeman home run. Dodgers up 2-1.
Oh, thank you for the bad news. I mean, the good news. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's going to be McUgly over there in Colorado. I think that all the cold weather that we've been in, it will be a welcome break heading back down to Tampa to get back some of that warm weather. I think that'll work a lot better for our pitchers, especially the ones like Carrasco, who rely heavily on breaking stuff. Plus, we're coming in as the visitors. We're playing in our own stadium, so it's not and the dimensions are the same as Yankee Stadium, so it's not like it's going to be a big surprise to us getting there. I think that we're gonna hold our own. We've added over the off season some bats who hit left-handed pitching, although I don't think we're going to face a left-hander in this series.
Yeah, I don't think they have a lefty, and he's hurt.
Yeah, I don't think there's one in their rotation, so we'll be facing 4 deep on right-handed pitchers, which always plays well for us.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised to see us take 3 out of 4.
Wow. Okay. Hey, that sounds good to me. Hopefully, like I said, I'm so tired of, we go into Tampa Bay. We have momentum and we go into Tampa Bay. The Yankees go there and they flop. Well, you know what? We don't have to look at the trop. We don't have to look at that ceiling. We look right at George M. Steinbrenner's name and play the way we're supposed to play and go from there. Enough's enough. Let's finally show Tampa Bay who the bosses are here. Losing. I mean, look, they're a very good organization. I'm not going to say no, but I mean, really, enough's enough. Every year is the same exact. Sean Browning is saying 3 out of 4 or 4-game sweep are hard, of course, no question about it. But well, I don't know if you go back as far as the Boston Massacre or 5-game series in 2006. So it is possible, but highly unlikely. But you never know, man. You never know. And I'm sorry.
The upside for the Rays is their pitching. The downside for the Rays is their hitting. It's non-existent. So
except for the guy the Yankees might be targeting, Diaz.
Yandy Diaz. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think Drew Rasmussen could be a challenge, Jonathan. Thank you for that. Yes, you might be right. He's another up and coming star. Tampa always picks up these guys, especially the bullpen. If you remember a few years back. Oh my God! No matter who they threw at the Yankees couldn't hit them. Oh my God! And Pete, what's the last name of Pete? Fairbanks. Forget about him. We couldn't hit him with a 20-foot pole. So that is done. So,
there's only a Pete Fairbanks factor if they're in the lead.
And they're in the lead, right? And yet you got to have faith because it looks like this Yankee team can come from behind when they didn't in the past years.
The boys are gelling as an offensive unit, getting more consistent play out of them. There are a few guys that need to step it up some, but for the most part, we're scoring runs, scoring more than we actually did last year. We've had some long ball pops. had some situational hitting that's been good. Pitching, as it's gotten warmer, has gotten better. So
Yes. Also, shout out to Dev Finch. I want to say we want to say hello and hope you're getting better and better. I know you said you were doing well in the afternoon. I hope you're doing well tonight, and definitely even better tomorrow. And get ready to listen to the ugly truth. Get ready to watch the Yankees hopefully demolish Tampa Bay, and we'll all have a great Easter weekend if we celebrate Easter. There's also Greek Easter to anybody out there. Of course, you can't leave out Passover. That's also out there. So whatever you're celebrating, everyone, be safe and definitely enjoy. Not only your family, your friends, Yankee baseball, but be very safe. So just in closing, Ken, final thoughts.
great game, great series sweep. Brought us up to 3-3 for the season. And I say let's take 4 in Tampa.
Oh, that would be great. That would be awesome. And again, 10 a.m. Tomorrow, you will be on. Looking forward to it. And
Isn't that-
a big shout out to the show.
Matter of fact, part of the opening that we're going to go with is a preview of the Tampa Yankees series. So.
Awesome. Okay, great. And then hopefully you'll join us for pregame later in the afternoon. And we watch the game, and the same thing with postgame. So there's a lot to look forward to, folks. Please press the like button on all the channels and subscribe to all the channels, please. It's very big for us. The more the content, the more we're going to be able to do for you people. And trust me, you're gonna really enjoy it. So with that in mind, everyone, I want to wish everyone a good evening. It's a happy night. Yankees in first place. Yankees big win, big catch by Bellinger. Big game for Judge. So there's a lot to be thankful for. Let's enjoy it and get ready to go to Tampa for tomorrow. So everyone have a great evening. Be safe. Kiss everyone. As Ken would say, kiss the babies, and enjoy your evening, everyone. Good night.
Good night.